Welcome, real ones, to another episode of real pre-workout reviews. Pardon for the whines from my dog. I've got a recording buddy down there. Say hi, Moose. Say hi. All right, so today we are going to put Pathogen by Outbreak Nutrition to the test. If you're unfamiliar with the show, Real Pre-Workout Reviews is where we take your favorite pre-workouts and put them to the test. We rate them in 4 metrics: taste, performance, crash, and value. So how this will work is you'll see me in just a minute do the taste test of Pathogen's War-Torn Melon flavor, and then we're going to go ahead and see a workout with Pathogen coursing through my veins. Then we're going to come back and do the other metrics and then compile them all together at the end. At any point during the video, feel free to skip using the chapters below. Try to make it super easy for you to get to what is important to you. But real ones, it's time to do the taste test. This pre-workout recommends 8 ounces, so that's what we're using here today. And let's go ahead and use a full scoop of this Pathogen pre-workout, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a good powder drop. Shake, shake, shake your money maker. Shake it like you're doing a review. Nothing to it but to do it, real ones. Cheers. Don't mind Moose if you can hear him in the background. We always do a second sip on real pre-workout reviews. Honestly, this one really hits the mark for me. This is quite good. It's not really overbearing in one sense or the other. It's mostly watermelon-y flavor, but it's kind of almost got like, you know, honeydew or just more of a chill kind of melon to it as well. It's not super sour or anything. It's pretty damn smooth, I gotta admit. I really like it. I think it hits what it's trying to do. The tiniest bit of artificial tasting to it, but in general, it's actually a lot smoother than most tasting pre-workouts. So I'm gonna rate this one pretty high. Kind of placing it within the other pre-workouts that we've rated, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this one a 4.6 in terms of taste. The War-Torn Melon, at least, really hits the mark here. Really is exactly what it's trying to be. So I'm gonna rate it accordingly there. But real ones, we are flying through this review, so let's go ahead and hit the gym. We're gonna do some shoulders and some chest. You can see that workout here with Pathogen coursing through my veins. We're gonna come back and we're gonna rate it in terms of the performance in the gym, the post and during workout crash, as well as value at the end. As always, feel free to skip ahead if you see the chapters below, but let's get fucking to it. Bring the clip up. Bring it up. Where's it at? Hi, real ones. It's me. You didn't forget about the rest of the review, did you? Let's get into it. We're going to dive into the performance, the crash, and the value of Pathogen pre-workout by Outbreak Nutrition. With that bit of a shoulder day in the books, let's move right into the performance here. I'm going to cut through the chase I think it was a very, very good performance. Great, bordering on awesome. What I mean by that is it had incredibly solid energy. It really packed kind of a good punch that wasn't like in your face. It wasn't reminding you all the time that it was there, but it just carried me through the workout. It definitely has some of the beta alanine jitteriness, but it was kind of more under the surface for me. Again, I'm pretty attuned to it. It's 3,200 milligrams, so it's a very standard dose of beta alanine, standard full dose. But for whatever reason, it did work really well for me. I didn't have this full skin crawl, but I had this nice kind of tingle under the surface. And for me, that always propels me to go further. In addition to that tingle and that just solid energy throughout the workout, one thing that I do really want to call out about Pathogen that I don't always get with my pre-workouts is I got a lot of mental focus. I was finding myself pretty tuned in. Like normally I'll pull up my phone and get distracted more. Really wasn't doing that. I really was there to get shit done. I was thinking through other things. I could think, while I was on my rest period. And then as soon as I started my workout again, the next set, I was dialed in. So this one scores very, very high on that front. The one thing I'll say, or not the one thing, but there wasn't any one part of this performance that was absolutely beyond incredible and my highest expectations possible. So for that reason, it is, it's not going to get the full 5.0, spoiler alert, but it is a very, very great pre-workout that really carried me through the workout. So for all those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and give Pathogen a 4.7 in terms of performance. This one's not going to let you down if you're hitting those sets and want to stay focused in between. All right, so it propelled me through the workout very well. But how did I feel after the workout? What, side effects were there? How did my body feel as I was going forward with the rest of my day? And on that front, I'm going to cut right to it as well. It was very, very good. Again, it's not the new heights. I wasn't, writing a symposium or unlocking new mental capacity for the rest of my day or, deep cleaning the entire house on a whim. Didn't quite get to that level, but it's honestly like one step down from that. I had really solid energy for the rest of the day. It did feel like I had a pick-me-up and that I could carry myself through the day, which doesn't always happen for pre's. Typically, I'll find it'll fall off pretty quick and I'll kind of get that soreness that sets in. Didn't really get that with Pathogen. I really didn't. I was quite focused throughout the night, and honestly, my brain was very, very awake. Again, there could be external factors, keep that in mind, but with that said, I highly recommend not taking this one near bedtime. Even me, a seasoned pro, I took it probably about, when did I do my workout? 4 or 5. I was wired. I was awake through 10, 11. I think I didn't get to bed till midnight, which I'm an old fuck. That's very, very late for me. But yeah, it kind of had that, like I was talking about the physical aspects, it had kind of that smoother fall off. So the soreness set in, but it wasn't like a weight that just happened. It kind of just slowly, oh, okay, I worked out. I'm a little sore. But it carried me through my day quite well. I was very, very happy with it. Didn't really get any headaches or anything like that. No shakiness, no nothing like that. So for all those reasons I just mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and give Crash a 4.7 as well for Pathogen. It's a very, very solid, taper down on that Crash. So real ones, we actually have some really, really solid marks across the board so far from Pathogen by Outbreak Nutrition. But what about the value? What are you paying to get this? Is it worth it? Is it dosed correctly? All of that. Let's dive in. And as you know me, I get too excited to talk about the ends, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is going to be the highest value score we've done on real pre-workout reviews. It is an absolute beast for the amount you're paying for it. So it retails on their site for $34.99, so $35. The one tricky part, and the reason it's not going to get a 5, spoiler, is because there's no clear number of servings on the label. As you see up there, it has, one scoop is 13 grams of ingredient, which is awesome for kind of this mid-upper range of pre-workouts. That's a very solid scoop. Even for some of the more, beastly ones that are running for 50, 60, this one has 13 grams of ingredients, fully dosed citrulline, fully dosed beta-alanine, not overdosed, but fully dosed. overdosed in a good way in that context, but you know what I mean. The one drawback is that I can't tell you definitively how many servings are in this. With that said, the old label that I had, their old Pathogen a few years back, they kind of went MIA, lay low during COVID, are resurging now. Their old formula was 28 servings, which I love how unique that is. So going off that, if I could definitively say this is 28 servings, I would most likely be giving this a 5. But because of the reasons I mentioned, because I can't exactly tell you how many servings, but on the flip side, it is very well dosed. It's got 402 grams of caffeine. So you're getting that full ass caffeine dose. You're getting a full beta alanine. You're getting full citrulline. Not above and beyond, but you're getting really, really solid value here for $35. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 4.9 in terms of value. Honestly, even if it was 20 servings, it'd probably be getting a 4.7, 4.8, because it is a lot you are getting for this amount of money. This very much to me feels, I won't say like the height of top level pre-workouts, but I would say this is entering into the category of our, highest stim, more beastly pre-workouts that are really packed with stuff. This is probably the entry level to that. And for $35, honestly, you can't beat it. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. And no, they didn't send me this product. I actually bought this because I wanted to see the new formula of Pathogen, because I used to love it back in the day. And quite honestly, it delivers. I think they ramped it up and it hits all the marks. Real ones. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. We've got all our individual ratings. But what does Pathogen by Outbreak Nutrition rate overall on a scale of 0 to 5? Well, to recap what we have a 4.6 in terms of taste, we have a 4.7 in terms of performance, a 4.7 in terms of crash, and a 4.9 in terms of value. So putting all those together and averaging it out, this pre-workout comes out to a grand total of 4.73. We now have a new leader in real pre-workout reviews. Averaging all these things together, to me, the one takeaway I have with Pathogen is it is the definition of a solid pre-workout. And honestly, for the value, really brought this one up as well. The value set it into the kind of the exceptional category. So that's where I think it's actually where it belongs, in that number one spot. I think a lot of the pre-workouts we've tested are very, very good in 2 or 3 of the categories, but at least have one that falls short. Pathogen hits all the marks. Again, the taste is the one I'm a little concerned about, because I have tried it in the past, a different flavor that I wasn't in love with. So keep that in mind. The taste might change here, but you are absolutely getting a solid performance, a solid lack of crash, and a solid value, an exceptional value with Pathogen. But all right, we have our new champion, but who do you want to see being put to the test and potentially earning a spot on that podium? Let me know in the comments. Slide my DMs, whatever it is. Let me know the pre-workouts that you want to try next. We have a couple interesting ones coming up that are cooking, so please keep your eyes peeled here. And this is the part where I ask you to subscribe and like this video, so that you can keep abridged with all of these pre-workouts that we're doing, because you can tell those companies, I'm coming for them. I'm gonna let them know what I think. I'm hopefully going to give you an insight into what you can expect for each of these pre-workouts to help fuel your workouts. Now get going, real ones. Stay fucking real.
Everything but you next to me. I know that I've